Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I'm Jo. If you're new here, welcome to Joanna Joy. I am the owner of joannajoy.com. I am a fitness trainer. I am a nutrition and health life coach. I am a life coach. I am a mindset coach, and I am a cheerleader for all of my clients. And I teach you guys how to be your own cheerleaders and get the life, the health, and the wellness you desire. I talk about a lot of spiritual, physical, emotional, physical things on this channel. And so today I thought it would be helpful for you guys to just talk about what a realistic New Year fitness plan looks like. So I want you to grab your notebook because this is a real plan that I would give a client. These are the real steps that I would have a client take in order to reach their fitness goals. So I wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like there's a lot of information going around, especially at this time of the year. There's a lot of like blitz plans, which basically means like you're just crash dieting for 8 weeks and you're not really thinking about the sustainable habits that it requires to lose weight or to even get fit. And just like, even if you're already someone who doesn't need to lose weight, what if you're someone who just needs to get healthy? This doesn't really, there's not a lot of programs out there. And I think it's important that I just give you this option. So let's get right into it. The first thing that I would have a client do is I would have a client write down their goal, and I would have them write it down every single day and recite it every single day. The reason is because in the athletic world, this is something that is required of athletes when you're thinking about high-level elite athletes, because subconsciously you want your brain to be thinking about that goal at all times when you're making decisions as it relates to that goal. So if your goal is to maintain a 30-pound weight loss, or to maintain a 10-pound weight gain, or to maintain the habit of running 3 times a week, or maintain the habit of strength training 3 times a week, write that down every single day and say it every single day. That is what I would have a client do, because when you write something down and then when you say it, you're not speaking it into existence. You're just telling your subconscious that that's the method in which you should be making decisions. Because you have to remember, you have been programmed since birth to do all sorts of things. You have created these habits for the last 20, 15, 10 years. And the goal is to rewrite those habits. And one of the ways we do that is we start with our brain. So with an athlete, if their goal is to run 10.9 or to run 10.7 in the 100, then I would say, write that down and say it every day. And that way, when you're practicing and you're like, coach, why do I need to do 400s? I'm like, well, you know that goal you wrote down? Yeah. That's why it keeps it at the forefront, so we can, and it makes it harder for our excuses to pop up. Okay. That's the first thing. Now let's get into the actual physical part of weightlifting, strength training, walking, exercise, nutrition. So let's start with exercise. So a lot of people, we need to address some underlying beliefs that are false. A lot of people think that you lose weight in the gym, and you don't. And a lot of people say, well, you lose weight in the kitchen. That's partially true. Most of your caloric deficit, because in order to drop weight, and in order to be healthy from a cardiovascular standpoint, most of that comes from your general daily activities. So instead of thinking about, oh, in order to get fit, I need to work out or I need to go to the gym, I want you to think, in order to get fit, I need to move daily. Okay. So I'm going to write these down in the chat. Step number 1, write down your goal and repeat it every day. Step number 2 is we're going to talk about NEAT. NEAT is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And what that means is the calories that you burn when you don't work out. An hour workout is literally 1% of your day for 24 hours. Healthy people are not the people who work out all day. Healthy people are the people who have a workout time, but then on a daily basis, they're moving. They are, they're walking or they're guarding. They just stay active. They're the people who are not afraid to park in the back of the parking lot. They're the people who are not afraid to take the stairs. So the calories that they burn they're not exercising is actually a huge part of weight loss and a healthy lifestyle. You guys, my hands are ashy, so I'm about to. So one of my athletes gave me this lotion, so we're gonna try it out right now. I love it. And so one of the things that's underrated when we think about fitness and health is your exercise, the non-exercise activity. So sometimes people, they give up on their fitness plans because they're like, well, I didn't work out today. I'm like, okay, did you walk? Did you walk a lot? Did you move a lot? Get up off the couch. You know, every hour, if you have a sedentary job, get up. I love when she always gets me like goat milk hand cream. And I'd be like, girl, I love you. I love you so much. My athlete, she wrote me this like really sweet letter I should share with you guys someday. It was like the most sweetest thing. She's like, you changed my life. God bless him. You know, he's so good to me. So let's talk about step number 2, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is you need to be moving regardless of whether or not you work out, okay? A good goal is 8,000 to 10,000 steps. Now, if you don't have a watch, that's fine. If you don't have a phone to track it, that's fine. The way that I would recommend, and what I recommend for my clients who are sedentary, is every hour, if they work at an office, every hour they get up and they walk for 5 minutes. So what you're doing is you're just increasing your natural bodily movement for the day. You're just increasing your normal movement, your caloric expenditure for the day by just getting up and walking every 5 minutes, if you can. Okay, if you can only walk, if you can only get up every 2 hours and try and do like 10-minute walks, I recommend that my clients, if they have a lunch, you know, if it's an hour lunch, then you walk 15 minutes, then you eat your lunch for the other 45 minutes. What we're doing, it's not like we're just being healthy people. Healthy people move. That's what you need to understand. So it's not about like, did you get a workout in? It's, are you moving consistently on a daily basis? And I love workouts. You guys know I am all about workouts, and I'm going to talk about workouts. But the second most important things besides writing down your goal is moving every day. Moving every day for your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is basically the calories you burn when you aren't working out. Okay, so 8,000 to 10,000 steps is a great goal. And again, I'll say this again, if you can't count your steps, like I have a watch, an Apple Watch, so it's like natural. I know that your phones sometimes do it, but a good goal was like getting up every hour and walking just for 5 minutes straight. Just do a couple laps around your block or a couple laps around your house, or if you have stairs, walk up and down your stairs for 5 minutes. It's just a way to keep your body moving instead of being so sedentary. One of the reasons why a lot of people nowadays are struggle with weight is because we are just a more sedentary culture. Prior to industrialization, people moved a lot more. They just in general, we had to walk, we had to labor with, you know, on the farm and housework and stuff. And so we didn't have as much issues with our hips and backs and just sedentary diseases, even though the food, you know, we may have been eating the same kinds of food. So that's step number 2. I want you to aim for 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, or getting up every hour and walking for 5 minutes straight. Okay, that's just going to get your body moving. It's going to get your toxins, your blood starts moving, your body starts to filter. You just start to have more energy purely from just moving more. Okay, and that's an excellent way to get started on your health goals. People, I'm telling you guys, people have lost weight with me just aiming for 10,000 steps a day. Yep, because they were previously so sedentary that was a problem. All right, now step number 3, exercise. Let's talk about exercise. Ideally, the shorter workout is 20 minutes. Ideally, 20 minutes for your workouts. That's where your body starts to really get into that fat burning phase, 20 minutes. However, if you can't do 20 minutes, a 10-minute workout is fine. My favorite 10-minute workout is 20 sets of squats, 20 sets of lunges, 20 sets of push-ups, or 20 lunges, 20 squats, 20 push-ups, 20 dips, 20 crunches. Repeat that for 10 minutes. You would be amazed how your body adapts with that workout. Like, that's a workout I do to this day when I don't have time. Okay, world's easiest workout. Well, it's not easy, but it's simple. It doesn't require any equipment. Simplest workout, okay? 20 squats, literally sit down and stand up in a chair, 20 crunches, 20 push-ups. If you can't do push-ups, you guys, do them on your knees or do them on a desk. I have a video where you stand up and you're leaned over like this and you do your push-ups elevated. You can do that. 20 push-ups, 20 lunges, and repeat that. Repeat that for 10 minutes. Rest 1 minute, repeat for 10 minutes. Watch how your life changes. And some of us are like, well, that's too simple. Babe, you haven't done enough in the first place. So like, if you just do this consistently, you will see the change. So a lot of us feel like, oh, well, it has to be like really, really intense. But it's like, babe, we didn't even do the intense workout in the first place. So let's try the simple workout and just be consistent. Okay. So simplest, let's talk about nutrition, because that's the piece that really matters. Nutrition is the hardest piece for a lot of people. Okay, let's talk about nutrition. If you are drinking soda, yep, I'm going to be that extreme girl. There's no reason for you to have soda. If you're drinking soda, cut it out. If you can't cut it out, only drink it on the weekends. Okay, alcohol, cut it out. If you can't cut it out, only drink it on the weekends. 1 day. Why do I say this? Liquid calories, and I have a video on liquid calories. The reason why liquid calories are so dangerous is not because they're magical, but a lot of times we don't realize how much we're imbibing or taking part of, because we think for some reason magically we're like, well, it's liquid, it can't be that bad. But we overconsume liquid calories because they don't make us as full. And then we end up overeating. And especially with alcohol, we tend to want, greasy, fatty, unhealthy foods. So let's just preemptively cut it out. Soda, alcohol, let's cut that out. Now, nutrition. The biggest issue with most of Americans is protein. So what happens is, and there's a really cool study that came out, that most people have a protein threshold that their body needs. Let's say, for example, for me, it's about 100 grams of protein. I did this experiment on myself, actually. So if I need 100 grams of protein for my body to say we're full, we can actually eat healthfully, when I don't hit that threshold, my body will then go search for protein in everything it can find. So those are the days when I'm not on top of my protein. Those are the days where I'm eating everything in sight, because my body is actually trying to hit my protein threshold. There was a study done on this. These people were the people who did not meet their protein threshold. They were running around eating ice cream, cookies, sodas. They were trying to find anything and everything to meet their protein threshold. The people who ate their protein threshold didn't have as many cravings. So what is protein? Proteins are obviously things like meat, fish, eggs, poultry. Those are larger sources of protein. You can also get protein from plants, and from vegetables and things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. The issue is that it's harder to get enough protein from those fats. If you're from those plants, if you're someone who is vegetarian or vegan, you can get your protein from processed meats. You can also get your protein from beans. Beans is one of my favorite forms of protein, but protein is the foundation for your nutrition, because people who are lacking protein tend to overeat on carbohydrates and fats. So the first thing you're going to do is have protein at every single meal. Okay, and that doesn't mean just meat. That doesn't mean just meat. It means have some protein. It can be a smoothie. It can be Greek yogurt. It can be tofu. It can be cottage cheese. It can be, did I say a protein shake? It can be meat, fish, poultry, whatever. And then add some healthy food around that, okay? Add some potatoes, add some rice, add some vegetables. But make sure all of your meals have protein. This is for your satiety, okay? Because if you are not feeling satisfied, you're going to eat until you feel satisfied, which typically means we're overeating. This is why folks eat whole bags of chips. because chips are not particularly satisfying. They don't actually have a high satiety rate. Like they don't give you a lot of fullness. Potatoes give you a lot more fullness than, rice, but most people aren't going for potatoes, right? So get your protein in for multiple reasons, but mostly because it will help you with moderating your food intake. Okay. So have protein at every meal. And lastly, which is not at all not important, but I just wanted to get to the juicy stuff first, is drink half your body weight in ounces of water. Okay, if you follow these 6 steps for 30 days, you will be fine. You will see a marked difference in your body composition. You'll see a marked difference in your energy. I didn't even touch sleep, which is to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That's another thing. But these 6 steps are your New Year plan. If you follow these, you will see results. I guarantee it. Follow these and you will see results. Now, I do offer coaching, and I have 3 tiers of coaching. My first tier is $14 a month. It's purely online through my coaching app, and I can leave you a link here. Tier 2 is 2 virtual check-ins, and then tier 3 is weekly check-ins with me via Zoom, so that we do a lot of mindset work and life coaching to help you reach your goals. So you are welcome to contact me. You can visit joannajoy.com if you are interested in receiving coaching from me. But you guys, you can do this on your own. I'm not even going to lie to you. You can totally do this on your own. And so take these steps, write them down, and come back to me in 30 days. DM me on Instagram and say, girl, I did it. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm Joanna Joy with an I on Instagram. And I would love for you guys to follow me there. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe here and like this video and comment if it speaks to you. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day.